swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and the old start coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back streets. You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and the old start coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back streets. You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on.
Hi! Hi, hello, and welcome. It's Sunday again. Another week passed. Unbelievable. Here we are again, Sunday, 23rd of April. And it's a live stream from our caravan in North Devon. The dog is back in his place. We took him for a nice long walk. Yeah, and we are ready. Welcome, lovely to see you. Thank you for thumbs up. We already have 5. If you haven't done it yet, please leave us thumbs up. Log in to YouTube so you can take part in chat, you can write messages, and I'm very happy to respond. Aktywnie na wózku. I hope you did have a good Sunday, as good as it gets, you said. I'm hoping for a nice evening of laughter, chat, and friendly conversation with you guys. 6 people already, lovely. So it's a live stream, it's a live chat on 23rd of April, but remember, if you watch it on any other day, you can still comment and leave us a thumbs up. Thank you for kind words, Aktywnie na wózku. Every evenings on your streams are always nice. Thank you. Vasilika and Steve, hello. How was your day? How was Woody Bay? I was hoping to see Vasilika and Steve today. At least Vasilika. Steve as well. Was Steve around as well? But I was working, and then after the afternoon shift we rushed to take Diesel out, get ready for the live stream, and I couldn't go to see them. I hope you had a good day on Woody Bay, in Woody Bay. And today I would like to hear some of your stories, ladies and gents, and hopefully together we can create a checklist of what you need to check before you tow your caravan. So, hi Sue! How was York? Thank you for the photos. Big thanks to everyone who joined our Camping Freedom Seekers group last weekend. We already have, I think, 21 members. We've already seen some photos of your cats and the dogs and your caravans. So thank you. Yeah, hi Gatsamongo. Yes. Is your cat and dog with you? Are they with you? Is everyone watching? The whole family is watching together. Yeah, and all other campsite dwellers. Oh, are you, Gatsamongo, are you actually a campsite dweller? Is it a campsite, or is it a caravan park or residential park? There are so many different types of sites. There are also so holiday parks. You could live on site in a holiday park as well. So of course, if you would like to join our friendly Facebook group, Camping Freedom Seekers, Marek is sending a link. It's a private group, and we are moderating posts, and I think soon with you guys we'll come up with some general rules, what we want there, what we don't want there. All watching. Very good. Perfect. So the idea of the group is just to socialize, get to know each other. We are not going to share our videos there or share actually any channel related stuff. We have our Freedom Seekers fan page for this, and our Instagram and our and YouTube. So for me and Marek, it's just a more private affair. We can get to know you guys a bit better and see what you've been up to, because you know me and Marek in a way, and Diesel quite well. You know what we are doing. So it's really nice to see, kind of look into your worlds and see what you're up to, and where you are traveling, and where you are living, and what you're doing. It's a residential campsite. Yes, absolutely. You're a permanent caravan dweller, PCD. Have you joined the group? Have you joined the Facebook group by this name? Quite a lot of people. We were amazed how many thousands of people live on campsites, or well, live in caravans full time. Okay, so the topic is, we have a topic, we have a plan. Safety, the essential checklist for caravan departures. So before you hitch your caravan, before you get off your camping pitch, or before you leave your driveway, if you are setting off on a camping or a caravanning trip, what do you need to check? And I'm really hoping that you will share some juicy stories from your past about some mishaps and things you forgot and things you missed, because it's easy to miss something when you are either towing a caravan or when you are traveling in a camper van or in a motorhome. Especially when you are leaving the site, you are leaving the campsite, you are moving on. I got help from there. Oh, lovely! They help you to find your site. Yeah, always a good idea to join a Facebook group and find out more. People are so helpful. I remember when we first got Diesel, we searched a lot. We searched Facebook groups, and we found, hi Tommy, we found a Lurcher Link forum, and all knowledge we have today about lurchers and how to care for lurcher is from a Facebook group and a forum of lurcher owners. Right, So those of you who tow a caravan, what is the first thing you do when you're leaving a campsite? So as you pack up, what is the first thing you do before your departure? Well, it's a whole process, isn't it? I don't know how long it takes you. It's been years since we actually towed a caravan, because we don't tow this one. This one is stationary. It's on a seasonal pitch and we wouldn't dream of towing it. We don't even have a car which would be legal for towing this caravan. So we will have to upgrade the car, and it's just, the caravan is big. But if we wanted to tow it, the first thing which we would have to do is probably taking down the awning. And then disconnecting all the facilities, all the utilities, water, grey waste, electric cable, power cable. First connect caravan to a car. No. I don't think. Oh, Graham from Stoke, maybe you will help us. Connect caravan to a car, hitch the caravan. I think there are things you need to do before, Vasilika and Steve. Like, before you do that, I think make sure your power cable is disconnected and your water hose is disconnected. Did you use a service to move it, or a friend? It was, I would say it was a friend. Yeah, it was a friendly matter, private. Yeah, we could say we used a private person, we used a friend. We were trying to use a service. We found a few companies, but it may be useful to you guys if you want your caravan towed by a professional mover. They require a valid service, and we didn't have a valid service on this one. And the other option was to put this caravan on a lorry and move it like they would move a static, maybe without a crane. But the cost was horrendous to put this. So, you know, because it didn't have a valid service, they wouldn't tow it, they would transport it on a lorry, pull it on a lorry or lift it on a lorry. And that was horrendous. The quote was for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And in the end we found a friend who has a bigger car and experience at towing, and he did it for us for a fraction of the official quote. So we were really lucky. Right, so Graham, you've been away in your caravan. How do you prepare your caravan for departure from site? What is your routine? Do you hitch it first, like Vasilika suggests, like Elena suggests? Or do you do something else before you hitch? It takes quite a long time, I think. And what we see on site is that people take their awnings a day before their departure, because taking down an awning can take some time. So they do it a day before, they do it on the last afternoon of their stay. So that's how we see, they are leaving tomorrow, because they packed their awning. Yeah. So what would be the first thing? I would probably disconnect all the hoses and cables. Awning, of course, pack up your awning if you used an awning. So what's your experience? And of course, when we had a camper van, and here is the first juicy story for you. When we had a camper van, once we were leaving from our drive, and the camper van was connected to the main, so the power cable was connected, because we were charging our leisure battery to go wild camping in Cornwall. And of course Graham, change fridge over to battery. So that's your first thing, change the fridge power supply to battery, to your leisure battery. Put all your belongings in caravan and don't forget husband. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing, how you put and where you put stuff in a caravan. Because you can't overload it. And you don't want any loose things, and this applies to both caravans and motorhomes and camper vans. Attached to car. So Vasilika was right. Attach it to the car first. Well, I suppose so, because you move. But then that would depend if you have a mover or not. If you are going to actually move your caravan to the car or other way around. That's a valid point, isn't it? Because if you've got a mover, you would disconnect your utilities first, I think. Check lights. So is that you, Sue, walking around the caravan, checking lights? Oh, that would be awful. Has it ever happened to you that, you know, you hitched your caravan, you're ready to go, you check your lights and they don't work? So what we did with Marek once, we were so super excited about getting away on a camping trip, that of course we didn't walk around the van and we didn't check if our cable was disconnected. It wasn't, and we pulled it. We drove away with the cable still attached. We pulled the socket a bit. Luckily we didn't rip it out. It was still in place, but it was slightly pulled out. Yeah, we've done it once. We drove away without disconnecting the power cable. You don't want to do that. So you definitely want to walk around your van and check if everything is disconnected. So your power cable, your hose, your water hose, your grey waste. Also check if there is something underneath, because maybe you put something under the van which could block your tires. Maybe you put a camping chair, or you put a bit of timber to level your van or to stop it from sliding, whatever. The car tells us if the lights work. That's nice. That's nice. So make sure the van is free of any obstacles, that there's no husband or wife underneath. We will type it up, and based on our little discussion today, we will provide a checklist. We will share it through our Camping Freedom Seekers group. So if you are interested, soon, hopefully very soon, it will be available on our Facebook group. So I encourage everyone to join in the Facebook group and meet the friendly bunch of Camping Freedom Seekers. Hitched up once, when I got to site, electrics had fallen out. So got all the way to Wales with no lights and indicators. It happened to us once in Poland. We lost all lights in a motorhome. We didn't have indicators, so of course we had to just stick our arms when we were trying. Oh no, I remember only the left indicator was working. So we were turning left and left only, because the right indicator didn't work. Make sure you have petrol in your car. That's a valid point, Vasilika. And of course, when you tow your caravan, you use more petrol, so your usage will be greater. So I remember we were only turning left. And it's a really good story, a really great story about our non-functioning indicators. So we pulled in a big car park by the lake in Poland, scratching our heads again. We had a very old motorhome, so we were used to breakdowns and repairs on the road. But with this one, we honestly had no idea where to start. So it was like a Christmas tree. Some lights were flashing, things were switching on when they shouldn't be switched on, and so on. And as we were scratching our heads, thinking what to do next, a young guy stopped and he asked if we need any help. And he spent probably 40 minutes trying to work it out for us. And he got it, he sorted it. So he pulled out a bunch of cables and started to clean them with my emery board for nails. And he did it. He fixed it for us. If you put petrol in your diesel car or Tesla, yeah, so make sure you have fuel. Oh, luckily we've never misfueled. That would be nasty. I think especially, I don't know if it makes a difference, which scenario is worse, petrol in diesel or diesel in petrol engine. Anyway, this day, the guy, Sebastian, we are in touch to this day, and that was 5 years ago. He fixed our lights and indicators. So then we obviously were relieved and super happy, invited him for an evening meetup. Then we met a few times later. Yeah, and we are still in touch to this day. And guess what? He just built a small cabin and he's renting it, and he asked us some time ago about campsite, and he is planning to set up a small campsite in Poland. So who knows, maybe we'll have a friend with a campsite in Poland, a nice stopover. Graham, confirm caravan attached to car by winding the jockey wheel to see if it lifts the car slightly. Very good way of checking if it's all hitched and secured. So lift it all up, lift the jockey to see if it lifts the car, if the car follows the caravan. And as the season starts, unfortunately, there will be car and caravan accidents on the road, and there will be broken sets on highways like that, because someone either didn't check whether the caravan is hitched properly, or they were speeding. As you tell the caravan, if you go too fast, and that may be something interesting for the newbies. If you're an experienced caravaner, you know that very well. But if you go too fast, your caravan starts to sway from side to side, and that's how your van and your car could go like that on a motorway if you speed. And unfortunately, it happens every year, and every year we see some dreadful news on the internet from our area, because it's a very popular area for caravanning, North Devon, and unfortunately this is a common sight in our area. Accidents with caravans. Make sure your tires are inflated. Good idea, good idea. Oh, and thinking, just going back to the stuff, it's really important that you don't have anything loose, that if you have some heavy things there, I think the best place is in the center of the van. You definitely don't want it on worktops or on your furniture. You don't want anything to fall and damage the interior. You don't want anything to break, so everything needs to be secured inside. You don't want any loose stuff, and especially if you are in a motorhome, if you put something above the cab, it must be secure, so if you hit brakes, it doesn't fall just behind you or on you. Yeah, so quite a lot to remember. And when we were traveling full time in our motorhome, this was our evening routine before we went to sleep, to put everything away, to have clear worktops, to empty the sink, make sure the fridge is locked properly, and that there are no loose items. And this was our security check really, and our careful planning, because we thought, okay, if anything happens overnight and we have to drive away quickly, we have to be ready. So it's easier in a motorhome than with a caravan, obviously. We've never done any wild camping in a caravan. I know that some people do, but can you imagine emergency takeoff with a caravan, getting out to lift the legs? By the time you do that, you could be murdered or robbed or assaulted. It's much easier in a van or in a motorhome, because you literally open your eyes and you get behind the wheel and you disappear. So I think we even kept the keys in the ignition as a precaution. We never had to do it, luckily, but we were ready. We were prepared. Check Google Maps to see if roads you want to use are not closed or have accidents on. Yes, because maybe your fellow caravanner was speeding and he broke in half. Yeah, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. What else? Sat-nav. Use sat-nav. Yeah, I remember when we were traveling and towing, I checked our old photos, and the first caravan we bought, it was in 2012, I believe. I don't think I told you this story. We had this brilliant idea with Marek many years ago when we were living in Cornwall, that so many people bring their caravans to Cornwall every summer. Why don't we buy a caravan and we hire it to tourists, so they will not have to tow their own caravan. They could hire one from us. And having a few drinks one Saturday evening, we bought a caravan on eBay without viewing it, without having any idea about caravaning, what you should look at, what you should check, what's important, what matters. Of course, we didn't have a tow bar, but after a few drinks, we felt lucky. We thought we had a brilliant business idea, and we bought this old caravan for I think 700 or 900 pounds, and we had all faith and belief in the world that this will be our new business and that people were queued to hire it from us. Of course, we didn't even advertise it, but we had a few trips. We had a few camping adventures in this caravan. So this was our first experience of caravanning. Oh my goodness, happy days. Happy days. It was Swift Corniche. So it was a Swift. It was a Swift. Just two bears. Our caravan for hire. And a full owning. Check weather. Very good. High winds. Yeah, not every day is safe for towing. Definitely. You're all prepared, Elena. You know everything. But I know you have some other project on your mind this week. I don't know if you want to share it, but I think the caravan idea it got slightly backtracked now. Sidetracked. Secure loose items, we know that. Check the weight distribution and ensure that heavy weight is correctly balanced and it's not overloaded. That's another thing. You don't want to overload your van. Move Sky. Yeah, he is back on bed today, falling asleep. We have this strong light which is probably bothering him a little bit. Well, he can always turn around. He has enough space. Graham. We always confirm Google Maps for route because we had an issue with a sat-nav once. It took down a lane which was so narrow. All I could do is carry on, yeah. Oh, it's from Tim. Is Tim with us? Is Tim watching? Tim, are you a caravanner then? Are you into caravaning and camping? So please remember, if you only joined us, leave us thumbs up. That really helps. Let's check how many we've got, how many we managed to beg for today. 9? I will refresh that. 8. Someone took away. Someone took back. Oh, 9. Okay, thank you. We got it back. And there are 12 people with me. Not everyone said hi in the chat, so please do. I would like to hear from everyone who's with me right now, who's watching me. That's okay, I got some on go. Thank you for the tip. So 9 thumbs up, thanks. 12 people. And the thumb up which disappeared is back again. So thank you. So if you have no idea what to write, just say hi in the chat. It will be lovely to hear from everyone. Okay. So we talked about weight, planning your route. I think we covered everything. We covered everything, have we? There is one more very important thing. It is closing and locking. Not only closing, but also locking your windows and doors and your skylights. Of course we've done it. Of course we drove away with our window open once, and it cost us a new window because we hit a tree. And it wasn't even with a caravan. Like, it's interesting, we didn't have any silly adventures with a caravan. Maybe because we used it less. We used to do more trips in a motorhome, and all those horrible mishaps happened with a motorhome. We didn't have any bad adventures with a caravan because we didn't use it that much. All windows shut, yeah. Oh, Tim Parents used to own a caravan when he was growing up. Move Sky, I will use not just for holiday. Yeah, that's a good idea, working away from home. Yeah, you are thinking about windows as well? Yeah, it was a big window in the lounge, and yeah, we hit something with it, probably a tree. There is also one funny tip, and I'm sure you've seen a cartoon or a photo on the internet of a motorhome with a little washing railing at the back with knickers drying. So walk around your van and make sure there's no laundry on anything. Andrew, hi from is it Longbackby? Northants. Where is that? Hello, we're Carmel, lovely to hear from you. 13 likes, thank you so much, and 13 people. So today we are talking about motorhome and caravan safety and what you need to check. You don't want to be a dummy, you want to be safe. You don't want to damage your caravan or your motorhome. And there are many things you need to check before you set off. So either when you leave your drive, when you are setting off from home, or you're moving a campsite, you're moving from campsite to campsite, there are some safety checks and common sense checks which should be observed. Otherwise you could either damage your caravan or even have an accident. If, for example, if you don't make sure that caravan is properly hitched to the car, or if there is a fault with electrics and you don't know, that could cause an accident. That could be really nasty. And I think, just to wrap it up, it is important that your car is heavier than your caravan. So it's not that you can tow whatever you like. So check the weight of your caravan and make sure your car is heavier. I'm not an expert, but maybe there are experts among you which will explain how to calculate and how to check if you can legally and safely tow your caravan, because you cannot have a tiny car towing a huge van. So there are issues and things and matters of weight and also length to comply with British law. Oh, Tim, hello! I believe, Tim, you are the Tim I met on one of the walks, or actually 2 walks. Have we been on 2 walks together? Not only Tim and me, no. I will make it even worse. They were group walks, and it's not a euphemism. All the heating needs to be empty. That's an interesting one, because this heating, what is it? Is it gas heating? we haven't had the van with this. Is it called Alde or Aldi? Alde probably, because it's German, isn't it? But we had it on a boat when we were narrow boating. Oh, hi Tim, and I'm happy you found me online. Do you miss the caravanning days? What are your memories of those caravan trips with your parents when you were little? Would you like to get back to it, or is that something you don't fancy anymore? But it must be great. Whenever I read those posts online about first camping or caravanning trips, everyone writes, "My children loved it. They didn't want to come back home." It must be lovely. And we hear it from our seasonal customers. And often the story is, oh, children used to love it. And you know, people buy those family caravans with bunk beds. Then children grow up, and probably around the age of, I don't know, 12, 13, 15 for sure, they don't want to go caravanning with their parents. They're not interested in camping with parents. If parents did their good job, you know, they would be camping. Children want to camp with their mates, with their friends, but not with their parents. So there is a short window for camping and caravanning with your children. Have we got any parents who go camping or caravanning with kids? Have we got any families? We have this lovely family. They've been busy. We have a family who I think they are camping in a tent. Mellers. I hope I got your name right, but we've got this lovely family camping in a tent, and I think you are looking for your first caravan at the moment, which will be far more comfortable. Graham, cat, nose weight of the caravan needs to be correct and also not exceed the tow car specifications. Okay. So basically, you need to check. But to put it in short words, in simple words, your car definitely needs to be heavier than your caravan, so that your caravan doesn't pull when you're on the slope. Your caravan will not pull your car backwards, and you will be able to do the hills safely. Am I right? I have a feeling I'm entering a very slippery topic. So if you know better, tell us. But from what I read on RAC website, and maybe Marek, you know that stuff. There's a quote: the mass of your caravan must be 85% or less of the car's weight. So your car must be at least 25% heavier than your caravan. Okie dokie. So Tim, you didn't answer. What are your memories of your... Okay, I can see Marek is pulling face right now. So I probably said something silly, but I don't have to be an expert at everything. Anyway, before we publish the checklist on our Facebook group, I will run it through Marek and I will make sure it's correct. Yeah, Marek is... Oh, me? This is a quote from RAC, thank you very much. Okay. Well, no, I've never towed a caravan, I will tell you. Marek did, and he's towing caravans at work, and I have not. Now you caught me. Move Sky, battery. Yes, but I think when you tow, you may want to use your leisure battery to keep your fridge cool, so your food doesn't go off. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Tommy, that's something nice. We really enjoy your channel and are planning to change our lives like you did. Oh, that's something I can talk about with confidence. Thank you very much, Tommy, for this lovely message and for this live ring you just threw. Yeah. So are you thinking about getting a campsite job? I saw on the Facebook today, I saw an advert of work in a local hotel, and I just thought how lovely it is that hospitality is such a nice industry. If you fancy a life change, if you fancy one, or you are kind of forced into one because of maybe relationship breakdown, divorce, or just needing a fresh start, because so many jobs in hospitality offer you a job and accommodation, and this is absolutely great. Marek is now given some technical knowledge in proper system. Fridge never use leisure battery, would be discharged within an hour. Okay, so there is a safety valve that does not allow the fridge to work on 12 volts if not connected to car with engine running. What was it like in our motorhome? But we had an old motorhome and our fridge was almost 30 years old, but it was working. Yeah, fridge, gas, battery. And you definitely don't want to use gas when you are moving. That's not safe. Right, so Tommy, so what's your plan? Tell us about your plans, tell us about your adventures. It's amazing because we meet people who are thinking, you know, through the channel, and thanks to the channel we met people who are or were thinking about taking a plunge and making this huge lifestyle change. We also have people who have been through it, like Gatsamongo. You've achieved your goal and you're settled in your caravan. We also have Nikki, and if you join the group, Nikki is not here with us, but I hope you will join us soon, maybe next week. Nikki is living in a caravan and she's hoping to get a warden job next year. And we have quite a few, we know quite a few of wardens on Instagram. I don't think we have any among our viewers or members of our Freedom Seekers group on Facebook. But it is amazing that we met people who are carefully thinking, going for it, they are in the process, and we have people who've achieved their goal, so it's absolutely possible. And as Gatsamongo mentioned, he found a site for his permanent living in a caravan through a Facebook group. Yeah, Tommy, we are thinking to buy a motorhome and travel from place to place and hopefully find a job where we arrive. Okay, so you want to be on the move. So where do you want to go? Do you want to start with Britain or Europe, continental Europe, or maybe even further? Oh, Graham, Kat, you are definitely learning a lot about towing. Perhaps you should try it next time. Marek will probably have to have a drink first. I can tow our little trailer with bins. I can tow, but I can't reverse yet. But it's a small trailer and it's tricky. And I heard that it's easier with a bigger trailer, so maybe I should hitch the huge trailer. This is something I've been promising myself to do many winters ago, that once the site is closed for visitors and we have some quiet time, I will hitch up a trailer to the buggy and I will learn to reverse with a trailer. Maybe this winter. Marek will have a drink first and he will teach me. Marek is very good at it. Tommy, you are a great inspiration for us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, get some mango. I am so surprised why people pay for their pitches and their electrics if they can get whatever job on the side and have it as part of their pay package. Even if it's a part-time job, even if it's trimming grass a few times a week, but you have a free pitch and you have your water and your electrics, and despite all the changes and all the rising, oh no, Sue, now I have to do it. Now I have to do it and I have to film it to prove everyone I'm capable. Because of course I'm capable, I'm just a bit lazy. But I'm capable. I'm definitely capable. So absolutely, you could have a part-time job on side and have another job, or do something freelance, be self-employed on top of that. There's so many options, but it's such a big relief and it's just such an amazing comfort to have a pitch you can call your own. You know that no one will come and knock on your window and say, oh, you have to move because this is private, or this is my pitch, whatever. You've got your electrics, you have your water, you've got your shower block, laundrette, and despite of high living costs, most of sites still offer pitches for staff with electrics. Think about that. If you can downsize. It's mainly couples where you are. Okay. Tim. When I was growing up, my mom and my stepdad had a caravan. Used a tent too. Can only remember some of it. Oh, you had to be young. Tommy, we live in Denmark and would like to travel through Europe. Oh, Spain. Yeah, Spain is great. Yes, because smaller trailer is kind of jumping more and it's harder to control. So I'll have to start with the big one. Vasilika, when reversing with a trailer, never fully lock or look to right or left. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to break the hitch. Definitely. Well, but there are so many ladies doing warden jobs around the country, and they do site and move caravans. However, yeah, I saw a video of a lady warden towing a caravan. I don't know if she was reversing, but often those couple jobs really, they don't say this is the male part, this is the female part, but usually they need a person for the shop, reception, telephones, maybe restaurants and cleaning, and they need a person for sighting, towing, caravans, maintenance, cutting grass and trimming grass. So obviously we all know how most of couples share those duties, but I think what is super exciting and super interesting is when it's flexible and you can actually swap, and if a lady wants to spend a day mowing grass, she can. Why not? Don't ask me about a ride-on mower. No, I don't do it. I don't cut grass using a big mower, ride-on mower, but the lady who was working here before me, she did that. She knew how to do it. And I've been offered a few times an opportunity. God, do you want to learn how to drive the sit-on mower? I said, not really interested. Well, there is always a queue of boys who want to play with their big toys, so why should I spoil their fun? I don't mind a little strimmer. I can trim grass and use a strimmer, and I can use a little hand mower. And I've never chopped myself. I never chopped any fingers or any bits off anyone, or never damaged any caravan. So I'm a confident grass cutter. Thank you very much. Wow. Is that from Elena? I used to drive a tractor with a trailer. Oh, now it's from Steve. Steve is showing off now that he drove a tractor with a 40 feet or 40 foot long trailer. Are some of those lady wardens? What is this incels? I don't understand, Gatsamongo. Graham, cat. Anyone can tow, it's just practice and patience. I struggle with reversing, especially with dogs barking to get out behind you. Yeah, I bet they get excited. Oh yeah, because that's the end of your trip and you need to reverse on your pitch. You never thought of getting them out for the time of final act of the final reversing bit? Oh, look it up. Come on. You're one of those. You will not tell me. So that must be something really, really naughty and you're probably pulling my leg right now. I know you. Urban Dictionary. So have I just said something really, really rude online without knowing this? This is on you, Gatsamongo, because thank you very much. I still learn English. Thank you very much. And I can't take responsibility for everything here. Yeah, funny language, English. It's one of the richest languages in the world. In Polish we have one word for something. English has 15 or 20. Try to talk about rain in Poland. We say, it's raining. That's it. In England, it might be drizzle, mizzle, showers, heavy showers, raining cats and dogs, downpour, pissing, pissing down. You name it. You could probably add another 15 or 20 other expressions. I would just say, oh, it's raining. Or it's not raining when it's dry. That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, shame Nikki. Shame Nikki is not here. Because I remember Nikki was a bit worried about towing her caravan. She got a caravan. Nikki, maybe you are watching it on any other day. Let me know in the comments. And I think I will actually quote this. I will quote your little comment about towing, because she's worried about towing. I think she got a caravan and someone towed it for her. She would like to get a job as a warden, and obviously she would love to be able to move her caravan herself. And it's really nice, Graham, that you are saying that it takes practice and patience and that everyone can tow safely. So thank you for that. Marek, you can always ask campsite staff to site your caravan. Absolutely. Are you sure you haven't got any? No. No, to be honest, Lana, if I had something here, I wouldn't probably be able to string a sentence. Not in English. Thank you, Graham. Your English is better than mine. Then again, I'm from Stoke. Oh, thank you. Thank you for kind words. I think it's good enough. But can you imagine actually doing a channel, filming videos using foreign language, using your second language? That was quite a big one. So I'm really grateful and really lucky that we have such kind audience, and you don't mind, because people have different attitudes. Ho 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 ho. People have different attitudes to it. So it's great, and Yeah, it's absolutely great. So I'm looking forward to meeting more of you on our Camping Freedom Seekers group. So maybe Mark, you could share the link again. And maybe some of you have joined already without me knowing. I'll just go and have a look. So we'll wrap up soon, and let you be and let me be. Have some rest. Oh yes, we have new members. Welcome. We have 23, so I think 2 people joined during live, which is lovely. So that's super. So please say hi. Really the objective of this group is socializing and exchanging tips and advice, exchanging knowledge and experiences, but also generally sharing what you've been up to. Like I can see Gary's beautiful decking right now. Oh, you cleaned your decking. That's an impressive decking. So we are looking forward to reading about your trips and about your camping and caravanning adventures. We are looking forward to seeing your cats and dogs and children. Probably wrong order. So share your life, really. Make friends, and hopefully have some nice discussion there with us and other fellow freedom seekers. Tommy, I remember when I was camping with my parents as a child 40 years ago, a mature woman packed a huge caravan like yours perfectly. Practice definitely makes the difference. Absolutely. And Tony, you are from Denmark, so you really have probably camping and outdoors in your blood, in your veins. I read this lovely book, I don't know if you have any opinion on that, about hygge, and it was by a Danish author, and it was really good, and there was a lot about camping and outdoor trips and outdoor living. So fingers crossed, Tommy. I hope I will see you again during the next stream on Sunday. Well, I hope I will see all of you again, that you will pop in again next Sunday at 7 o'clock British time. We will probably think of some topic. Maybe we'll agree something on Facebook group. Maybe you will suggest a topic for the next live. That would be lovely. We will try to put this checklist together and share it with you on the group as soon as possible. And for now, thank you very much for all comments, all likes and messages. It's been great fun as always talking to you. And see you in the next video and during the next live stream on Sunday, 7 p.m. Don't forget to visit us on Instagram. We are there as well. Bye!